Let me see if I can pull up the chat on this now. All right, it says I'm connected. Is somebody there? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up or something here. There I am. There I am. Oh gosh, now I got two cameras. I don't know which one. Okay, that's replay. I'm here, y'all. I am here. Somebody let me know if you're there, please. It says I've got people here. I'm here, y'all. I am here. There we go. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Somebody let me know. Somebody let me know. Look left for active camera. Thank you. Got you. Got you. How is the sound? Because I think I'm going to try my microphone. Okay, I want to try my microphone. And let me know if this makes it better or worse. Okay, let me get it around here. One second here. Meanwhile, try not to throw tarot cards all over the place. Oh. All right, hang on, hang on. Can you hear me now? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the chat, somebody. Perfect for now. I know my phone is tilted, so I feel like I'm on a ship, on one side of the ship. Let me know if the sound, how the sound is. If that's better or not. Softer voice, but good. All right. I don't know if I can get it any closer, maybe. Oops, no, I didn't wear the right thing, I guess, for that. I don't know if that's perfect. Well, hopefully it'll be okay. All right, all right. Howdy, howdy, world. Howdy, howdy, Wanell. Ooh. Well, I'm here. I am here. So, let's see here. Is anybody, I'm looking over here because I've got my computer on for comments. I can see that better, but, oh, Lord, I don't think I'm going to put this on my beads. No, I don't think so. Can't do that. I wonder if I could put it on my necklace, though. Hold on. That would be weird, but hang on a minute. That's not going to stay. How's that? Is that better? I guess I didn't wear the right thing. How's that? Oh, God, Madison, thank you. You're so sweet. So sweet. Isn't it funny how we have this picture in our head about how people look and by their voice? And, you know, sometimes that really doesn't match. I don't know. It is better? Okay. Now, if my hair doesn't block it out. Okay. Well, I'm worn out already. Can we start doing readings? Oh, goodness. Hang on now. I got to move this computer out of the way. I just thought that the visual, the video part would be better with the iPhone camera, and I wanted to try this. So, is it better than, because the computer one is kind of grainy looking, I think. Anyway. Oh, well, you're so sweet. Thank you, BFF. Okay, I want to, I started out doing this last week and we didn't get very far, so that's okay. Got right into readings. I want to know what kind of energies is coming toward us this week, because inquiring minds want to know. So, I'm going to ask, if I can get all these cords out of my way here. What kind of energies are coming for us, toward us, this coming week? You got all my mess back there, sorry. Is that better? What kind of energies, what kind of week is coming toward us? We got some big things coming changes in the sky. I know we've got, what have we got? We got Saturn changing signs and going retrograde, and Mercury's going retrograde, and Neptune, and I don't know, all kinds of craziness in the sky. And some of that starts this week, I believe. So I don't know. I just want to know what's... And it was weird. I went to the gym this morning, and it's a small class, but it's a tough class. I'm just saying. We do an hour of boot camp training. We don't play. Anyway, and every one of us were feeling like it was a Monday morning after a brawl or something. I mean, it was weird how all of us were just feeling kind of weird, and so it was something's kicking up. I don't know, but I know I'm feeling something. And I've also felt, let me know if y'all have felt this too, that just a weird today, like today, kind of a melancholy, a bit sad for no reason. There's no reason for me to feel that way, really. Just sort of kind of started late yesterday, and I don't know what's going on, but I know I'm affected by the planets, and well, some of us are getting some passion this week anyway, or some kind of a passionate new beginning. Let's see, these little cards are not wanting to talk very much tonight. Come on, there we go, there's another one. Okay, so we got Two of Swords, which, you know, that could be crossroads, that could be a number of things. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So that could just say maybe a little challenge with money. It could also be we might be encountering somebody who's, I mean, not single if you were doing a love reading, or some codependency. That could mean that. Knight of Cups in reverse. I don't get the feeling it's, well, hang on a minute. Let me get a couple more cards here. Okay, we'll take those. They flew out. Let's see. I don't know if they're reversed or not, though. I'm going to take them in the uprights. All right, let me see if I can make some sense of this, what you're trying to tell me, Spirit. So for some of you, now this isn't, you know, I didn't specify love or any of that. So for some of you, this could be work. It could just be anybody in your life. I feel like somebody's coming toward you, because I get this. This could be a job decision, or it could be some other kind of decision. It doesn't have to be love, but it could be family decision. You've got a two, hang on, can you see that? Yeah. A King of Wands, an Emperor, and a Two of Wands in the middle. So that means like making a choice between these two kind of power people, power things, that have to do with authority. And you know, the King of Wands is the entrepreneur. He's also the, you know, the sexy king, the fun king. So I don't know, again, this, I didn't specify love. But then Knight of Cups in reverse. That could be somebody who's emotionally unavailable. It could also be, now again, this doesn't necessarily mean romantic. It could be a family member or something. Could also be a little overindulging. Yep, could be that. Could also be that. We're given what God gives us. Yes, my nose is big. You should have seen my father's. I'm not even Jewish. No offense. No offense meant. Just, you know, the genetics are what they are. But if you can't say something kind, I will block you. Not about me, but in general. We are kind here on this channel. So you want to say something nice, that's fine. You can stay. Otherwise, please go somewhere else. Yeah, ooh, goodness. King of Pentacles and Four of Cups. Uh-oh, I forgot to mute my phone, so it might be dinging in a minute. Hope, thank you. That's sweet. Thank y'all for defending my nose. Thank you. Oh, King of Pentacles. Well, goodness, now we got two kings and an emperor. Holy moly. Well, King of Pentacles, that could just be stability. That could be about money. Four of Cups, holding on to money. So, you know, for most of us, I think this is more about maybe we've got a little a challenge around balancing all these different. I think, honestly, this feels like a pull on our energy. Like some things are going to be balancing, needing. Let me restate that. We may need to find balance with all of these things pulling. In other words, a lot of demand being put on us. That's what I'm trying to say, and not doing it very well. But the Four of Cups can be disappointment, you know. So, and honestly, the energy I'm getting is, for some of us, you're going to feel disappointed that you can't meet the expectations of all these people. For somebody, for some of us out there. Yeah, I think that's what this energy is telling us. There may be a lot of people asking a lot of things of you, us, whomever this reading is resonating with. And I think that it's just saying, you may have to disappoint somebody. Like, I may have to disappoint somebody because my nose is too big. Okay, well, all right. I have other attributes, I promise you. You know, so you just can't please all the people all the time, you know. And some of the people you can't please any of the time. So you just be on the I won't say guard, that sounds too strong, but be on the lookout. Monitor yourself of feeling like you have to please everybody and that you have to do all. I'm surprised the Two of Pentacles isn't here, somebody juggling. But I just feel there's a lot of demands, you know. This could just be money and people and home life and stability, and this can be, like I said, authority. Could be like a boss figure or somebody or whatever, something in your job. Another, you know, just this could be somebody who wants to be romantic with you. You know, home, family life, all that, juggling all that. And I think you just feel like you're just going to have to disappoint somebody. And you know, I was just having this conversation with a lady today who's been taking care of her. She's got a teenage daughter that has something going on anyway, physically. And she was just sharing how exhausted she was. And I said, you know, you've got to take care of yourself because you can't give to other people if you don't have it to give. So y'all remember that. I just think that's the message for this week is it's not selfish to take care of yourself first. And some of these people are going to be asking a good bit of you, us, whatever. So just do what you can. Make prudent choices in terms of where you know, and listen, now I didn't have the High Priestess, but I'm hearing, listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition about where to put your time and energy. Okay. Yep. All right, that's what it feels like. I did want to see what's at the bottom of the deck, though. It just verified my read. Seven of Wands. Yeah, you're feeling like you're having to stand your ground this week, and you know all that, and fight for your hill, so to speak. This is my hill. Don't come up here and rattle me. This is my hill I'm on. Okay. All right. And that, what is that? Yeah, the Magician. You have the power. You have all the skills, all the resources you need to balance this. Just remember that. My computer's going to keep going silent over here. Just remember, you have all the resources you need this week, y'all. All right, just remember who you are. Remember, you are a creator, and you can create what you need in your life. Just watch your thoughts. Be sure you're creating good, positive thoughts about you and about your abilities and all that. All right, let me look over here at my comments. How's my moderator? Okay, Alex. All right, let me get a sip of water. What deck for Alex? Miss or Miss? Alex can be a girl or a boy. It's like my son's name is Chris. It could be either. I know. One of my sons. Oh, let's see. What will help Alexandria to be successful in a new job? What deck for is it Alexandria or Alex? Which do you prefer? Alex, girl. Okay. Okay. Thank you for that. I don't want to, offend anybody. What deck? Okay, this one. All right. Let's ask for Alex. Alex. Okay, Alex, what do you need to do to be successful in your new job? Not taking it because I didn't have the question out yet. What does Alex need to do to be successful in her new job? All right, let's give her some help. Let's give her some help. Show us what we need to, what she needs to think about, look at, do, create, be about in her new job. Whoa, they are flying out for you. Goodness me. Let me look at some of these. Excuse me. All right, let's see. Whoa, okay. Bunch of cards. All right, y'all give me a second. Well, you got the chutzpah. You got the, I'm sorry, can you, yeah, forget, I'm on a different device here. You've got what it takes. It's saying you got what it takes. No question about that. This could be saying, don't be afraid to be confident. The Queen of Wands is very confident. She commands maybe that's not the right way to, I sort of say commands attention when she goes into a room, and I just saw an orb go by. Somebody mark that time, 6:20 something, whatever. Okay. So yes, I mean, I don't know what kind of job he had. If you had a corporate job, that might be a necessary skill, but it's more about just being confident that you have what it takes. I don't feel for a second this is one of those fake it till you make it. You've got what you need. You've got what you need. That's the first card out says that. I think you just have to make the decision. You've made the choice to do this, and I feel like you might have had 2 job choices, maybe 2 offers, or if you're in a corporation, you could have had 2 different jobs in that corporation or something, but I feel like it's saying you made the right choice, you're looking out, you're looking forward now, keep looking forward, not backwards. Now, this could be saying, especially if you like work on commission, or it could be saying you might have taken a job that was less money than you wanted initially. Because this can talk about money not being as wonderful as you'd like in the reverse. And you may have had lots of choices. Again, you may have had multiple choices. And I guess I should be looking if you're, I don't know if you are commenting on my comments or not. I should check that, but okay. But this card can also mean, and I'm saying this because of the card that follows it, this can also mean sometimes overwhelmed with choice, overwhelmed. So you may feel a little overwhelmed in the beginning. That's pretty common for a new job. And I think you feel like this job is a real step up for you. Again, I think you're feeling a little, your confidence isn't where you want it to be yet. So I think you're a little, you're feeling like, how do I want to say this? One second, y'all. 1 second. I got to just 1 second. So sorry, I forgot to mute my phone and it was bothering me. I feel like first of all, you may feel a little overwhelmed, but also like you have suddenly a lot on your plate, a lot to do, and you're a little intimidated about which thing do I do first. You know, that just that new job kind of overwhelm, and which task do I do, I'm even getting a message about which person do I go to, which person do I call on for support when I need it. And you might just be in a little bit of overthinking. This is also the card of self-sabotage, okay? So this is just a warning, again, because you've got what it takes. This is going in a very good direction for you. This lady does not want for anything. She's confident, she's nurturing, she has all the money she wants. So it's going to go in a good direction if you don't overthink it and sabotage it. And, you know, this is the card of winning at all costs. So also, that could be cautionary for you to not, I don't sense that you're going to do this, Alex, but, you know, don't step on people to get, you know, where you need to go, of course. You may, well, I won't, no, that's not relevant. Because you don't need that. This is where you're going. You're going to a good place. It's going to be good, and it is going to be monetarily rewarding for you, even though it might not feel like it now. All right, now the King of Swords in reverse. I'm not happy about that, but I think, again, this is just a little bit of a warning energy. One for two things. I got to get where I'm not covering my face up here. I don't know where to put that. You could encounter someone like this, okay? The King of Swords in reverse, he's cold, calculated, not a warm, fuzzy, touchy-feely person. Can be somebody who would even lie to you. And I don't like saying that, but he's just not. And also, let me say that differently. Somebody who doesn't give you the truth up front anyway, okay? So this may be somebody you're going to encounter. And the message for you is everything happens in divine timing, and think about the big picture, the long term. So this is what I'm hearing is this is just a bump in the road. Don't let it deter you, because think about the long term. This is planting seeds and waiting for them patiently to grow, you know, the big picture. And I also think, as I said, there were two messages. This could also mean warning you not to do anything. I'm not saying you would do anything underhanded, but don't feel like you have to cut corners is what I'm hearing, or that you have to do anything under the table. I mean, this is not to me feeling like an evil energy of any kind. It's just, you know, sometimes we're put in situations in companies where they might ask us to do something that we don't feel is ethically correct. And that is sort of what I'm feeling here. Somebody may ask you to do something like that, or you may feel like you have to get the job done. And so the message is don't do that. Don't do that. You need to think about the long term, the big picture, okay? And now I want to see what was at the bottom of the deck for you. I love it. I love it, because this is going to work out very well. This is the Nine of Cups. This is wish fulfillment. So that's wonderful, yeah. Because if you just think about that big picture and that long term, you're going to get your, oh God, this is beautiful. You're going to get your Nine of Cups, your wishes fulfilled, and then this is the Ten of Pentacles. I know these cards are small. Ten of Pentacles is everything. It's the money being good. It's the family, the happy home, the stability. All of that comes. Yeah, good. All of that comes, and you will experience change. You will change. You will create change for others. Just come from your heart. Yeah, look here. We got two cards. Now, I don't mean come from your heart and let people walk all over you. I don't mean that. You have to be business and you have to be professional. But it is saying, remember what is in your heart, and don't feel like you can't have a heart in this job. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Yes. You need to remember, and yeah, it's just, hang on, there was one other card. You know, this could also be saying you might, I don't know, you might actually meet somebody romantic at your job. Oh. Yeah, I said that out loud. I don't know what your situation is, if you're in a relationship or not, but anyway. All right, well, I think this looks very, very good. I want to end on this note here for you, these two. 10 of Pentacles and 9 of Cups. That's as good as it gets, I think. That's fabulous. So good. 2 thumbs up on your new job. It's going to be great. Just take the, the advice that Tarot gave us tonight. Remember your worth. It's going to be good. Yep, it's going to be good. I hope that helps, Alex. I am single. Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying, you got the page, because what you had, I didn't talk about this. You have a King of Cups, a Knight of Cups, and a Page of Cups. That's a whole lot of love coming at you, possibly. So that could happen. All right. Be careful of those work romances, though. You know how that can be. Or maybe you don't, but I don't recommend it. But that doesn't mean you can't meet somebody while you're on the job. It doesn't have to be somebody you work with necessarily, right? Okay. Well, I hope that helps, Miss Alex. I think that looks really good for you. I do. Just remember, be confident. Be confident. Because it's not, again, I don't feel like that's a fake it till you make it at all. That's you've already got what it takes. You have everything you need for this job. All right, let me catch my breath, get a sip of water, see what's going on over here in the chat. Okay, let me catch up here, y'all. Just a second. I gotta look over here at my computer. I can't see all those on that little phone. All right, let's see. Where are we here? Tanya is next. Okay, Tanya. Ooh, new. I just saw your comment here, Alex. Yeah, new country and new job. Woo. But you got it. I'm telling you, the cards were saying that all over the place. You've got it. Don't worry. You got it. Just be confident. And not just be confident like I know everything when you walk in the door. No. Confidence is about knowing if I don't know something, I do know I have the skill to find out, or I have the skill to, I have resources I can go to and ask. That kind of confidence. You don't have to pretend like you know everything, but you know how to get the answers. That kind of confidence. Okie dokie. Let's see. Tanya, is that your question? Should I move? Is that your question, sweetheart? I might. Okay. All right. Tanya. What deck for Tanya, please? Okay. Get the itty bitty Rider-Waite here. All right. Should Tanya move? Is that the right question? Yes, okay. Should Tanya move? All right, Spirit. Let's help Tanya now. She needs to know, should she move? Should she move? You get a couple more here, but it's looking like no. I'm quiet because I'm tuning into the energy and also trying to save my voice. Whew. All right, whoa, whoa, whoa. My goodness. 5 cards, and they're all in reverse to start with, and you've got 3 major arcana. The reason here, let me show you. These are the first 3 cards that came out, so I know they're hard to see. You got the Chariot in reverse, Judgment in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse, the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, the Emperor in reverse, and the 2 of Cups in the upright with Strength, Magician in the reverse. That feels like, yeah, that's manipulation right there. Okay. I'm going to say no, and what I'm seeing here is maybe you don't really have enough money to do this and you'd be stretching, because the 9 of Pentacles in reverse is somebody who's not independent. They can be codependent. It can mean your money's not particularly good. So if you're borderline, you know, with the money on this move, I would say this is saying no, don't do it. The Chariot alone, this is like, Chariot means no movement, stand still, no movement. And the Judgment in reverse, Judgment is about awakening and reconciling and all that stuff, but it's in reverse, and that means no awakening, no change, no. All right, let me see what else. The Emperor in reverse, I mean, these are not happy energy. So, you know, the Emperor in reverse, that's somebody who forces their will on you, stubborn, not nice. I don't like that for you. And this could just be saying with the 2 of Cups here, because this is the only card out of here that's in the upright. You might either fall in love with your place that you have now. Let me see what's underneath here. Or it could be saying, if you don't move, because if you stay here, you might even meet somebody. I don't know. I just, you know, the Magician card, yeah, this is manipulation to me as a reader. Magician in reverse. Does this have to do with the romance? Is that why you're thinking about moving? Because that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. It has something to do, you're either leaving somebody or wanting to move towards somebody, is what I'm feeling with this. And if I don't think this is going to be, I'm saying no. I don't think this is a good move for you, because the Tower followed by the Lovers is no, yeah, no communication. Yeah, I'm going to have to say no. Let me check and see if you, that was, yeah, I didn't intend for that to be quick, Tanya, but that looks like a pretty, you know, this card alone for me says no. Because the King of Wands are all, the King of Wands and the Emperor in reverse, those are not good energies. Those are, yeah, they're not. They're, King of Wands in reverse talks about somebody who's, or an energy that is, doesn't have to be a person obviously, but something that's materialistic, is shallow, selfish, you know. I mean, maybe you just want a nicer place, and I don't think that's shallow and materialistic. If you want a nicer place, I get that. We all like nice things. But this is just because it's next to this card. I'm worried that you might be stretching yourself financially. So I'm going to have to go with a no and that one. Did that help? I hope it did. I hope it did. Okay. Yes and yes. I think, Tanya, you're saying yes, that it might be because of romance. Because if it is, if you're thinking about moving in with somebody, if it's that side of the equation, it's not going to go like you think. It's going to make you feel weak, and you're going to lose your confidence. You're going to feel manipulated. This is overwhelm and having too many options, too many things, and followed by the Tower and the Lovers and the Knight of Swords, which is disappointing news, no communication. I'm just not liking those for you. So I don't know which side of that equation, but I felt like it had to do with that. Maybe somebody's asked you to move in with them, but I don't, if that's the case, especially because these two are here, especially, this would be saying that your person is not awakened necessarily, and that they're going to want to control you. So I would not do it. Okay. There's that for you, my love. I hope that helps. I do. It just, yeah, it felt like it had to do with the relationship, why you were moving. All right, let me catch up here. Shuffle these little cards. Now, what has everybody got planned for the 4th? Here in the USA. Anybody got, you barbecuing out? What are you cooking? Where are you? What state are you in? I always love that. I always like to know where people are from. Ooh, okay, let me catch up here. Well, let's see. I can do a couple more readings, absolutely, sure. And I will assess at the end of those if I can do more, but yeah, absolutely. Did I miss saying hello to anybody? I hope not. You are very welcome, Tanya. If I didn't say that already. I know, right? New job, new love, why not? Can't think of a reason. Cannot think of a reason. Okay. Well, Alex, I won't do it. I will just, oh, did I miss Jenna? I missed Jenna? Oh, hang on. I was just going to say, Alex, I am a big proponent of meditation. I taught meditation classes for 25 years, retired, and now I'm teaching again because I just feel the need is stronger than ever. People need it. And there's a ton of stuff online now. You know, I've been trying to figure out if I want to do an online course. I don't know if I want to do that or not. I don't know if I have time to do that. Let me put it that differently. But there's tons of stuff online you can find. So I highly recommend meditation as a resource to help you calm down and sleep better. It's very helpful to do it in the morning to start your day, and then again, especially if you're having trouble sleeping, doing it before you go to sleep at night for a few minutes. Unplug from your devices. Unplug from all your devices, right? And meditate. You can, get yourself ready for bed and just sit up in your bed. Don't lay down. Sit up in your bed and meditate, and it will help you relax, and then hopefully you can ease right into sleep. Oh, hi, Jenna. I'm sorry, did I miss you? Yeah, apparently I missed saying hello. I apologize. Hi, there you are. I see it now. I apologize. I'm juggling 2 devices here, so I apologize if I missed you. Welcome, welcome. So glad you're here. Thank you, thank you. Yes, please hit that like button if you guys hadn't done that already. That really shows your support, and it tells YouTube this is a good video, and let's show it to more people. even if it doesn't resonate, it's not your message, it really supports your readers. I mean, that's what we need to help encourage us here on YouTube, because we're giving you our time. It doesn't take much to hit that little button, and we sure do appreciate it. Louisiana. Hi, Stephanie. I haven't been there in a minute. Let's see. How long since I've been to Louisiana? Probably about 6 years or so. I used to live in Mississippi, very close to Louisiana. In fact, New Orleans was about an hour and a half from where I lived, if that, down there. So, yep. Love that. So what are y'all cooking for 4th of July? My boys are out of town with other family this weekend, so I am not, I've got a quiet 4th here. Well, till the fireworks go off, of course, but. Baton Rouge, all right. In Mississippi and Natchez, yes, Natchez. Does the Natchez Trace start in Natchez? I'm trying to remember that. You know what the trail I'm talking about? Does that start in Natchez? Is that what it's called that? Or am I remembering that correctly? Anyway, it's a pretty part of the country, I think. Very pretty part of the country. Yes, it does. I was thinking so. That's one of the prettiest drives I've ever done, and I did it more than once. I didn't start in Natchez on that trip, but Natchez Trace, yep, that's what I was thinking, Natchez Trace. That is so pretty. If y'all have never done that, I highly recommend it. It's kind of a step back in time, back to what I remember in the 50s going on road trips with my parents, where it's before the billboards and the McDonald's and everything cluttered the sides of the road, and it's just countryside and trees and very little signage, and it's just kind of pure and pristine, and I love it. I love it. So if you ever get to do, and I don't remember how many miles is it? It's very country. Yeah, it's very country, but I love that. You see, I'm old enough that I'm quite old. All this gray hair, I earned every one of those. Before we had, you know, TV and entertainment and all that good stuff, we had a car, and what we did for entertainment was we would get in the car on Sunday afternoon and go for a ride. That's what we did. We'd go for a ride in the car and enjoy the countryside and talk about the cows or whatever we saw. And that was fun. That was entertainment for us back then. You know, that was back in the day. Oops, back in the day. So it was a different world then, of course. That was a minute ago, but that's right. That's what it reminds me of. Hello, Marla. Mario. Got to get my glasses right. Mario. Hello, Marla. Yes, Mario. Oh, there we go. I can see it better in here. Yes, it's country, but it's beautiful country. And I'm a Southern girl, and I love the Southern countryside. Oh, did you? Yeah. From how far is that from Natchez to Baton Rouge? How far is that? Welcome, Mario. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Yeah, that's just such pretty country. It's a bit flatter than it is, you know, where I am, but I'm in Alabama, an hour and a half. Yeah, I didn't think it was, I would have guessed about an hour, but right. Again, very pretty country. So if anybody ever gets the chance, go do the Natchez Trail. Natchez, I can't say that. Natchez Trace Trail, they call it. It's not a trail, it's a road, but anyway. You can Google it and find it. You can get on it in a lot of different cities. It doesn't have to be there, but it's really a pretty. I was on it up, like I went from Alabama to Tennessee portion of it. It's very pretty. That's where your dad was born and grew up. Yes. Wait, in Natchez or Baton Rouge, or where was? I don't know why I'm shuffling habit. I'm getting ready. Somebody got a question here. Natchez, yeah. I can't remember much about the town other than it's just a pretty part of the country. I don't remember much about the town specifically. It's probably changed a whole lot since then. But anyway, it was pretty. I just remember I just didn't want to get off when it was time to get off on my destination road to cut across, and I didn't want to get off. I just wanted to keep driving. It was so pretty. Woo. Hey, anybody have, other than personal readings, anybody have a question about anything, any spiritual questions, questions about meditation, questions about, I don't know, channeling or mediumship or deceased loved ones, kind of general questions? Anybody? My computer keeps wanting to go to sleep because I love talking about that stuff. Just anybody have a curiosity? A general question you'd like me to answer? Well, that's a personal reading. I mean, Stephanie, I'm sorry, but that's kind of a... But I can tell you, generally speaking, without, tuning into your dad's energy specifically, he's fine. He's fine up there. When we cross over, there is a transition period between when we cross over and we get to the other side. But, that being said, and that takes a little bit longer for some people than others, but we leave the 3D world, and let me back up. Only a part of our total being is here with us in this physical body in the 3D world. So when we leave this world, we re-emerge into the bigger part of us that is our universal self. This is only a little piece of us here. And so when we do that, it's nirvana, I guess. That is why they call it heaven. Now, I'm not saying there's pearly gates and the streets are lined with gold. I don't know. I'll have to send you a postcard when I get over there. But we don't have the same... We have an expanded consciousness when we cross over there. We aren't held back by limitations or emotional, hurts and who did what to whom and any of that stuff. It's just... we see things from that beautiful, universal, broader perspective of how Spirit sees it. And so there's no judging, there's no, it's just pure consciousness over there. And so he is doing just fine, I'm sure. I'm very sure. I had somebody ask me if was it 2 readings ago? I don't remember if they were dad, I think it was, whatever, was angry at them and had they forgiven him, or somebody's asked if their son had forgiven him. That is not a thing over there. They know about it. It was part of the experience that they take with them when they leave here. But when you re-emerge into that super consciousness, you forget all that petty earthly stuff. It's just not important anymore. It's only important when you're here in the limited 3D world. And so, and they have the ability to see. They see us. They see what happens in our day-to-day lives. They see our future and what the potentials that are coming toward us. That's why sometimes they can guide us toward those potentials. They can even orchestrate things for us coming toward us, like people and those kind of things. They get to orchestrate, or they can. I'm not saying they always do, but I am not liking this shirt that I wore tonight, y'all. Excuse me for fussing with it. I hope that helps. Well, that's a beautiful gift that he gave you then, right, Stephanie? That I mean, nobody would wish anyone to suffer, but since he made that choice and he did that, that was the gift that he could give you. Is not, you knew you didn't want to end up that way, right? You didn't want to suffer like he did from making that choice, from smoking. And I will tell you something else, that when I see these people, I don't see them as, unless they are trying to give me some message about like how they died, or a message that's pertinent to what they want me to talk about. Oh, thank you, Annie G. Thank you. Hang on, my computer's getting wonky again. They're like healed when they get to the other side. They are in their prime, and when they come through to me, they come through how they want me to see them, which is usually, like I said, like if they were missing a limb or something. They're not missing a limb anymore. They're fully, their bodies are whole and healthy and like in their prime. You know, like I said, unless it's relevant to like how they passed or the message that they want me to convey to their loved ones. So that's just an interesting sidebar. Yes, exactly. That was a gift that you got from that. Yeah. Hi, C-Mac. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Annie is in Super Chat. Yes. Okay, Annie, I am having so much trouble with these glasses. Let me see if I can read it here. Okay, Annie wants to know, will I earn a good salary with the new insurance job? Okay, let's ask. Let me get a sip of water here. Okay. What deck for Annie, please? Okay. What deck for Annie? All right, will Annie earn a good salary with her new job, or should she look for something else? So we're going to ask this two ways. What will the job, if you I'm trying to think how to ask this question, because that's kind of two questions in one that you're asking me here. I want to get it right for you. That is a pretty name, isn't it, Stephanie? I agree. And you're very welcome, Stephanie. I'm glad. I hope that helps a little bit. Oh, good. Well, do that. And I want to share a little something personal with you. I can relate to that. Annie, I'm not forgetting about you, darling. I can relate to that, Stephanie, because both of my parents were heavy chain smokers. And my mother got lung cancer. And I remember taking her to the hospital the day she was supposed to have part of her lung removed. And she gets to the front door and she takes that last drag on the cigarette and puts it out. And she looks at me and she said, "That's my last cigarette." And she quit for 5 years and was cancer-free and started back smoking again. And she died of cancer. So, you know, I'm just saying. And I asked her, and she was ashamed to let me know that she started back. And I asked her why, and she said because she was at the time living alone, and I didn't live in the city where she lived. And she said, well, because I was lonely and it was comforting for me. So, I mean, I got it. I did. I understood it. It just made me so sad, obviously. But anyway, we can't do it for them. All we can do is encourage them and let them know we love them and we'd like to have them around a little bit longer. So, yeah. All right, Annie, I'm coming, honey. Annie G wants to know, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Let me read your question again. Will I earn a good salary with a new insurance job, or should you look for something else? Let's ask one part of that. Let's ask the first part. How will the earnings be for Annie in her new insurance job? I didn't get the question out, so hold up. How will the earnings be for Annie in her new insurance job? How will her new insurance job look for her? For Annie G. How will her new insurance job look for Annie G? Ooh. That looks good. That's a really good start. 9 of Cups is wishes coming true. So let's go. How will the money be for Annie and her insurance job? You know what I'm hearing too, Annie? Because, you know, I was doing readings before I learned tarot. I'm hearing that it may start off slow, but you're going to get an opportunity to make some kind of I don't know what kind of I don't know, but there's some commission thing that's going to be associated if you're not doing it now that will come to you later that is going to bring you more money. So whatever, you know, like incentive plan they may offer you later. But let's keep going here for Annie. I'm laughing. I'll show you in a second. Oh, have mercy. Okay, now you got 1 or 2 messages here. Either you're going to meet somebody, this could be romantic, very suddenly, that's going to change things for you. Or this could be, because we asked about job, this could be someone who represents this King of Cups who is, you know, he's emotionally balanced. There we go. He's a diplomat, he's controlled, he's supportive, he's a leader. This may come in quite suddenly, and this could bring you a lot of money. This is looking very good. All right, but I'm going to ask for a couple more cards for you. All right. Again, I just keep hearing, it may take you, I'm hearing maybe 6 months. And then you might get the opportunity to have some kind of, you know, like a bonus program or something, incentive that will bring you more in this job. Anything else, please? Oh, there we go. Okay. Be strong. This can also mean focus. Keep your focus, you know, keep eye on the prize is what I'm hearing. Eye on the prize. Don't get in your head and don't overthink it. That's the 8 of Swords. That's the self-imposed mental prison. So don't overthink it. Excuse me. Or you could end up in this 5 of Pentacles, which is not a good place money-wise. But it also means, when it's in reverse like this, it means recovery from that. So if you've been experiencing financial hardship or difficulty, say in your current job, and you're taking this job for it to get better, to improve that, then this would mean that's what's going to happen. That's going to improve that. Excuse me. Because I feel like hang on a minute. You might feel, I'm not sure if this is talking about your past situation, but we ask about the new job. So you might feel a bit overwhelmed in the beginning, like it's just too much. Like, I'm not sure if I can do this. I'm not sure if I can handle this. It's hard work. This is hard work. That's what it's saying here. There could be strife, tension, competition, a bit of rivalry. But I think this is petty. Oh, I know this is a minor arcana. This petty stuff, petty stuff. It's just, you know, don't get wrapped up in the petty stuff. Like if you're in an office where, you know, people gossiping and all that stuff, don't do it. Just don't even give your energy there. No. You may encounter one person, though, very possibly a woman, but didn't have to be, who is going to be a bit cold. I'm going to say that. She could be overly emotional. She could be even bitchy. I hate to say that, but that's true. The Queen of Swords in reverse can be that. So just be mindful, though. And hang on a minute. Tell you what, I want to stop because I don't want to get too far in the deck. I want to ask, before I go here, I want to ask what this tower is before we get too far down this road. What is this tower for her? What is this tower for her, please? Show me what. All right, did you just break up with someone by chance? If not, oh, just answer that for me if you will, because Two of Cups in reverse is, that's what's clarifying this tower. So I'm not sure if this is, we ask about your job, but I hope it's not saying that it could cause that. So I'd like to know that it's a no, you didn't. All right, give me some more cards then. Hang on. Tell me about this tower, please. Okay, Annie, I think this could be a warning for you in the new job. I know you asked about money, and we talked about, I think that you're going to be just fine. This could be a warning that you might meet somebody, because this is a different, the cards I got to clarify this tower, and that could cause a tower that could affect your job. So the message here I'm getting is, don't get involved with this person. Okay, don't get involved with, let's keep everything above board, keep everything truthful. Let's keep ourselves good and awakened. I'm hearing, you be honest, you be honest, you be truthful, cut through any, I don't know, I know we ask about work, but this feels like it's kind of a separate energy. That's why I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to clarify it. So I think this is a cautionary tale that if you meet somebody at your new job, especially if they work there, that you're interested in, I would steer clear, because I don't think that's going to end well, and that could affect your money. That's the point of why Spirit is bringing this in. That could affect your money situation, is what I'm feeling here, because they're going to come in real charming. The truth is, it's just, I don't think it's going to turn out well. And the Judgment card can be karma too. It can be like, you know, Judgment Day. Hello, Judgment Day. So I think that's just, and it was interesting because the Five of Pentacles was right underneath the Tower card. So I think that's a cautionary tale telling you that that could be what somebody ends up out in the cold. So just be mindful of that. Don't get pulled into this minor bickering stuff. That's just petty. Don't go there. If you encounter this lady here, don't get pulled into it. Don't get pulled into that. You may have a moment in time where you feel like, gee, I wish I'd stayed at my old place. You might get nostalgic for your old place. but I don't think there was any stability there. I don't think you felt like there was stability, or the money wasn't good for you there. Yeah. I think wherever you're leaving to take before, and you can correct me, you can let me know for alerting me. Yeah, you're welcome. If you, I think this is saying you're getting over some kind of a disappointment, a heartache because of stability and something. So I feel like that was probably your previous job, and maybe this is saying you're going to be coming out of that. That's what I feel like. Try not to be too defensive, you know, like you don't have your fist up going into this situation, but just be mindful. Every office has, you know, a Karen. That's what that feels like to me. That energy of that Queen of Swords feels like a Karen to me. So just be mindful of that. I think, yeah, just, you know what I'm hearing, I talked about don't overthink it. Also, this is a message I don't always get off this card. I'm a strong believer in the law of attraction and watching our thoughts, and your thoughts create your reality. So get on a good program of positive affirmations and manifestation. And if you're not familiar with some good ones, I highly recommend Abraham Hicks. And you can just Google Abraham Hicks and money or manifestation or jobs or whatever. So I would highly recommend that, and get yourself on a track of positive thinking now, like yesterday. Okay? I think that will really, really help here. All right. Well, I hope that helps. Thank you so much for being here and for your super chat. So this is not without bumps in the road. Not without bumps in the road, but I just feel like the first 6 months might be a little, you might question yourself, but after that I think you'll be fine. You know, change can be ugly. Change can just be messy. That's life oftentimes. Change is messy, right? Or can be. It doesn't always have to be, but I think of major changes like that as birthing a baby. Anytime you start something new, it can be like birthing a baby. So, hope that helps. You are very welcome. Alrighty, let me see here. Get my cards back together, and then I'll check my chat here. Okay, how much time? Oh, that's interesting. On the computer, it usually says an hour and whatever. Here, it's in minutes. 68 minutes. Okay, why? It's funny how the mobile apps are different than the computer. Okay, where are we? One nail, anything happening I need to be aware of? Get a sip. And y'all please hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Mario, hello, hello. Is that your I can't quite tell what that is. That popcorn? Are you watching? I wish I had some right now, to be honest. Oh, I had a big old salad for dinner. I'm trying to be good. You know, it's I'm changing my verbiage about going to the gym. I get to go to the gym. Not that, I don't, nobody really, I think, wants to go to the gym, but I get to go to the gym. And at my age, that's a big thing, you know, to be able to be healthy enough to still do that. I'm thrilled. So I get to go to the gym, but if I'm going to get the maximum benefits, I need to stay away from some foods. So I'm trying to eat better. Okay. Well, no one else. Annie was the only other super chat that I saw, the last super chat, so. So Mario, where are you from? Tell me where you're from. We were talking about that earlier, where everybody's from. I always like knowing where you're from. It's just so fascinating that people, all of it. I mean, was it my second super chat? I think I had so many people from India. I guess I was here when they woke up. I don't know. I mean, literally, I think that was the case. They were just at the right time window, and everybody's waking up over there. Illinois, okay, all right. My oldest granddaughter is leaving for college. She's going to Knox College, which is is it an hour outside of Chicago, I think? I haven't seen it. I just saw pictures, but she's raring to go. I think it's a small town somewhere up. I don't know exactly, but we're kind of relieved she's not going to be in the big city, to be honest. But she loves to ice skate. She wanted to be somewhere up north where she could do that. So, oh, Illinois. Okay. All right. Anybody else have like a general? Nobody wants a super chat or a reading. How about a general question about anything? About the other side, or I don't know, psychic, mediumship, anything like that. I love talking about all that. Spirituality, energy stuff. Anybody want to know about that? Y'all don't know. I know a lot of stuff. When you get to be this old, I know a lot of stuff. Oh, goodness. Of course, there's a difference in knowledge and wisdom, and I'd like to think that I've got a little bit of wisdom over here, this other side of the great divide of age. Well, I'm trying to think what I'm going to cook for 4th of July. I'm thinking nothing that has to do with any hot dogs or hamburgers. Nothing, none of that. Do the other side? Yes, they do. See, Matt, great question. Great question. I love that. Excuse me. They do. There's a but. For example, that, everybody when they're born is assigned a specific angel, okay, that protects you. And that angel stays with you your whole life. And you also have guides. Now, your guides can change because depending on what's going on in your life, you may have a guide that comes in with one expertise, or somebody that has a different expertise at certain times when the need is for that. And so, and sometimes you have other angels for that same reason. Now, angels, like we were talking about, I don't know if you were here and heard this discussion earlier. They are, I don't want to make this too long. The short answer is yes, they can guide us. Now, if you're talking about, we're talking about guides and angels and deceased loved ones, they can guide us. They can talk to us. They can communicate with us. The question is, are we listening? That's the bigger question, is, are you listening, and are you hearing the messages and the guidance that they're giving you? Now, angels can protect us, but there is a rule, I guess that's a good way to, sort of a universal law, that they cannot intervene. We have to ask. If you ask an angel for help, they can. And that has to do with free will. We all have free will, whether that's throwing ourselves down a flight of stairs because we didn't need to have that last 5 drinks, or I'm just saying, that's just a silly example, but we have free will, and they are not allowed to interfere with that. Now, if they know we have some bigger job or purpose or something in our lives, because they can see ahead, they can see the future where we cannot, and we were about to get hit by a car, and that thing that we were going to do is going to impact 100 other people, then they might intervene for divine purposes and save our life. I mean, there are instances of that. But in general, you know, they're going to leave us to our own devices. But the short answer is absolutely yes, they can and do protect us. Now, what do you want to be protected from? That's sort of that opens up a can of worms. What are you wanting to be protected from? What are you concerned about? Because there's all sorts of things. And much of that, if you know how to, you can protect yourself. That's, a lot of people don't realize you have that power. So that was my long answer to a short question. But anybody else have a question, or do you have anything else about that CMAC? Because that was sort of a general question when you said, does the other side protect us? You know, there's a lot of different beings and energies on the other side. Thank you. Good point. Yeah. Yeah, we came here to learn, and sometimes, well, oftentimes, the best way we learn is by making mistakes. And so they oftentimes just watch us do stupid stuff and not intervene, because that's called free will. That's the way it works. Yep. Okay, anybody else have a question? This shirt is driving me crazy. I will never wear it again. Happy with that. I'm afraid that's going to fall if I mess with it. I feel like I'm the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Oh, you're very welcome. Thanks for asking a great question. That's really awesome. I love it when people ask those kind of questions. Anybody else have a general question like that? I like those questions. While I'm waiting, a funny story about deceased loved ones, and you know how I often get asked about can you talk to them? If it's a general question, see, Mac, yes, you can. Not a personal reading. When my mother died, when my mother was sick, I spoke about her earlier. We lived in a two-story house with a basement that was partially finished, and the garage was in the basement. So you had to come in the garage, pull the car in the garage, and she was in a wheelchair, so I had to wheel her in and out. And we didn't have an elevator, so I had my art studio at the time was in a nice room in the basement. And so when we found out she was sick and I moved her in with us so I could take care of her, I changed that from an art studio into her room, and she had a bathroom and everything in there, so we could take care of her, and she was on the same level with the garage, so I could get her in and out of the house. So at the time, oh boy, that's a good one. Okay, I'll come back to your question in a second. And this was before cell phones, y'all. Let me preface that. Before cell phones were prevalent. And, you know, just a few years before they really started to come into vogue. So we still had landlines. And if you don't know, if all of you are too young to know, your landline telephone, you may have several receivers, the thing that you pick up and answer. You could have a phone in every room, but you just have one telephone number. So if you're in the bedroom upstairs and the phone rings, you can pick it up. If you're on a phone call and somebody downstairs wants to use the phone, they don't know you're on the telephone, they pick it up, they hear your conversation. So it's just one open phone line, one phone number, one open phone line to all these different receivers. I hope this is making sense, because it's a funny story. So after my mother passed, I had a phone in my basement studio room where she was, where I could answer the phone. Well, after she passed, for like 6 months or so after she passed, that phone and that phone only would ring. Now, when these phones, back in the day when you had these phones, if somebody called your number, every phone in the house would ring. It wasn't like one rang. Every phone in the house rang. So if there was one in the bedroom, one in the kitchen, so wherever you were, you could pick up the phone in that room. But no other phone in the house rang but the one in my studio. And I would go downstairs and answer it, and there would be nobody there. And that happened repeatedly. So there's no real logical way why only that phone would have rang and none of the others, except I knew it was my mother. My mother was saying, "Hi, baby, how are you?" And she was saying, "I know you'll know this is me because this is where I was." So that was a fun thing. All right, let me see your question, C-Mac. Okay, so for those of you who might not see the chat part, C-Mac has asked a question. Why would someone repeatedly be subjected to the same issues over and over again for learning, or is that karma? The answer is yes, both. So karma is a thing. You know, if we messed up another life, we have to come back and work on it again and again. That's one thing. So yes. Also, and yes, the learning part. If we don't get it, it keeps coming back and back. So there's really three parts to this. Yes, if we don't get that lesson and we don't learn what we're supposed to, the spiritual lesson from that, we'll have to keep doing it over and over again. Now the question is, kind of comes back to law of attraction. So the lesson isn't always, gee, I need to learn not to do that thing. Yes, action is a thing. But it also can be that you need to learn not to be the point of attraction for that thing. And I'm trying to think of an example to give you. Let's say you have a job and you have a good job, and every time you get a good job, the company shuts down and you lose your job. And so you have this feeling that, well, maybe that was just karma. Maybe I'm just being punished for something, right? Well, that could be, but I don't really think so. I think it's more about the law of attraction, which means you've got some pattern in your subconscious, a thought. Okay, a pattern is a thought that you just keep thinking. You keep thinking something in your subconscious, not necessarily in your conscious mind, that becomes a belief, which then becomes a pattern. So you keep putting that out there. That's your point of attraction. You become the same frequency as this thing that you do not want, because you're so focused on the thing that you do not want. I don't want to lose another job. I don't want to lose another. I can't afford to pay my bills. I can't afford to feed my cat. I can't afford to pay my car payment. And you get so wrapped up into the, I don't want this to happen to me, that you attract more of it to you. So where you focus your energy, you know, where is what you're going to get more of. So that's another piece of this puzzle of why things keep happening to people. It's not just karma. It's also, you could have satisfied the karma years ago, but if now you believe that's the only way that I can go through life is crap just keeps happening to me, then you're going to create more crap. You're going to attract to you more of that negative stuff. So you have to change your point of attraction, as Abraham Hicks calls it. You have to change how you think about things. You would have to, in this case, say, you know, that was in the past and that happened. Okay, right, but that doesn't have to be my reality now. That's not going forward. That doesn't have to be my reality. And you have to really start working yourself up the emotional ladder of, because emotions are frequencies. So this is your belief here that using this as an example. Every time I get a good job, something happens and the company closes or I'll lose my job. So that's where you are right now. That is a frequency, a vibration, and that's what you're attracting. So you have to get yourself in a different frequency to attract something better, like a job that you can keep forever and ever, amen. Or income, or winning the lottery or something where you don't even have to have a job. But you can't have that if you're still down here stuck in this mental energy, because that's the message you're putting out to the universe. And there is only one law here, and it's law of attraction. It's not law of rejection and attraction. No, you're only attracting what you believe in. So if you've got a pattern going on in your head over and over again, a belief about the world, then that's going to keep happening to you over and over again. And that is free will. That is you attracting that to you. So that, you know, I could talk about that for a very long time, but I hope that made some sense. And as I said to someone earlier, if you're not familiar with that, start watching some Abraham Hicks videos here on YouTube about the law of attraction and educate yourself about that, because I mean, there are a lot of good people that talk about that, but I really like her videos, and I like how she delivers her message about that. So I highly recommend that. All right, I hope that helped. I hope that answered that somewhat. Please let me know if it did, because I think that's a 3. Yes, yes, and yet there's more. Answer to your question. Oh, you're welcome. To you as well. Thank you. Great question. I love talking about this stuff. Okay, well, I'm not seeing any other questions. Unless somebody else has a general question. I'll give you all a second. Any other general questions like that or discussion? Please type it in. Any general chit chat or questions about anything like that? Spirituality, metaphysics, all that good stuff. Takes a minute, YouTube. Takes, I think, literally 1 minute for for a comment to show up. Think that was it. Okie dokie. Well, thank you everybody for being here. This was so fun. I appreciate it so much. Now, I might do a surprise live. I might pop up on you and do a surprise live sometime in the next few days. I'm thinking about it. So, you know, watch out. If you've got your notification bell on, and if you're subscribed and you turn the notification bell on and you click that all notifications, then you will get subscribed, because I may not send out a notice. I might just go live and see if somebody shows up, and you never know. And if you hadn't hit that like button, please do that on your way out. I would be very, very grateful. And, you know, you can always comment on this if you are watching this later. I do read my comments, each and every one. So if you see this after the live, please comment. And, you know, if you have a question, for example, like a spiritual question or anything that I might be able to answer, type that in, and I might do a whole live on that at some point. I love to talk about those things, so let me know. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. I appreciate everybody being here. I wish you a very happy and safe 4th of July, and I will see you guys very soon. Take care. Bye.